Onlineguitarguy, and on this video I'm going to teach you how to play It's Only Love by Bryan Adams. But before we get started, let's tune first. 6th string E. Fifth string A. Fourth string D. Third string G. Second string B. First string E. Okay, now this song has got only 5 different chords that you need to learn to play for this song. So what I'm going to do is going to start by teaching you how to play the chords, and then we'll get into the order that you play them in playing the song. So the first chord that I'm going to show you here is going to be a D minor chord. And you're going to play this chord by putting your first finger on the first fret of the E string, your second finger on the second fret of the G string, and your third finger on the third fret of the B string. And that's going to sound like this. Okay, now the next chord is going to be a C power chord, and you're going to play this chord by putting your first finger on the third fret of the A string, your third finger on the fifth fret of the D string, and your fourth finger on the fifth fret of the G string. And that's going to sound like this. The next chord here that you're going to play is going to be an A chord, and the way you're going to play the A chord is basically just putting your first finger on the D string and the G string on the second fret, and that'll be an A chord. You could also play the A chord up here on the 5th fret with your first finger on the 5th fret of the E string, your third finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and your fourth finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Whichever way you find easier to play is fine. Now the next chord to show you here is going to be an A sharp chord or a B flat chord, and that's going to be played by putting your first finger on the first fret of the A string, your third finger on the third fret of the D string, and your fourth finger on the third fret of the G string. Again, this chord can also be played on the 6th fret from the E string the E string on the 6th fret, the A string on the 8th fret, and your 4th finger on the D string of the 8th fret. Now the last chord to learn here is going to be an F chord, and the way you're going to play the F chord is by barring your 1st finger on the 1st fret, holding it on all the strings, putting your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. And that's going to sound like this. Okay, now the reason why I showed before that I showed you how to play a couple of chords 2 different ways with the A and the B chord is because it may be, there's this little riff I'm going to show you how to play in a second after playing all those chords that you're going to play in this song, and it just might be a little bit easier to play it in one spot as opposed to another, but it's up to you however you want to play it. So anyway, you got down how to play all the chords to the song now. So now let me get to showing you how to play the song. Okay, so this song is going to open up with the D minor chord. You play the D, each chord once until you get to the F chord. Then you play that a couple of times. But so it's going to be the D minor. Go from D minor to the C chord. You're going to play the A chord and the B chord, the B flat chord. And then you're going to go to the F chord. So let me show you that whole thing now in regular time. Now you can play this little riff that I'm going to show you in one of 2 areas. You can either play it starting from the 1st fret on the A string or the 6th fret on the E string. Depends on whichever place you want to play it in. But you're just on, say on the A string, you're going to play A on the 1st fret, then A on the 3rd fret, and then D on the 3rd fret. If you're playing on the 6th fret, you're going to do the exact same fingering pattern as you did on the 1st fret, just on starting from the E string. So it'll be E on the 6th fret, E on the 8th fret, and then A on the 8th fret. Okay, so you're going to play these chords pretty much throughout the entire song until you get to the bridge of the song, which I'll show you next. So, like I said, pretty much the whole song is going to sound like this. you listen to the song, basically that will be the entire song, believe it or not. Okay, so really the only part left to show you here is going to be the bridge of the song, because like I said, those chords I just showed you before take up about 90% of the song. So this last part here I'm going to show you, you're going to play a D minor chord. You're going to play a C. And a B for 2 measures. So basically it's going to sound like this. Then after that, you're going to go back into the verse which I showed you before. Okay, so basically that's every part of the song you need to know to play it. Like I said, those few chords, you just play those chords over and over again, and you play that pretty much throughout the entire song, and then that bridge section, you play that and you go back to the verse again. So you should be able to play the entire song after viewing this video a few times, and you'll be able to play it pretty well soon, I'm sure. So good luck playing It's Only Love by Bryan Adams. And remember, if you subscribe to my videos, you'll find the new videos as I make them and put them on YouTube. So I got a lot of songs to teach you to play on my channels for YouTube. So take a look at any one of those. I'm sure there's probably a couple of other songs you might want to learn, and you'll be able to play those songs pretty well too. So take care. And by the way, I also will accept recommendations for songs if you want to learn how to play a certain song also. So email me if you want a song you want to learn. Alright, take care.